Hey boo, and if you are new, welcome in. What it do? I am Miss Jordy, and today I'm very excited because it is time for us to do some Vendetta Legend predictions. But I thought it might be fun to play a little game of Guess the Domain. I want to know what you think the domains and the other two legends will be in the comments, so please sound off. And without further ado, let's get to it. Hey y'all, it's Jordy from the future, aka Miss Editor Jordy. I just wanted to say that I recorded this video on June 26th. I did not realize that Riftbound would be doing some reveals at MSI. So some of the legends have already kind of been spoiled a bit. So just roll with it here. This is all for fun. This is all for giggles. So yeah, go ahead and enjoy the video. So this is the graphic that has already been shared on social. Shout out to Riftbound Report for even putting this together for the community based on what's already been revealed. But as you see, there are two other slots. So before I guess the domains, I want to share my thoughts on the actual legend. The first one being Riven and Swain as the new legends. Primarily Riven because I think that due to her being revealed as the pre-release champion unit, she might be the new legend. But at the same time, Ashe was the promo for pre-release in Unleashed, and we saw that Ashe was not a part of the set. So it's very likely that Riven might be put off for a further date again. However, I think if it is her, it could be Swain. Their ties in Noxus, I don't know the exact lore to be quite frank with you, but they do have some Noxian ties, and so that was the most detail that I could find between the two of these characters. However, I don't think that these two are strong enough to be legends to make people want to play, even though I know there is a large pool of people who play Riven and Swain. Trust me, I've lost many games to Swain. So for that reason, I do think that the more likely reveal, and shout out to Runes and Rift for this because they were the first ones I saw that guessed this. The more likely pairing, which I think is valid, is Kale and Morgana. Again, I saw this on the Runes and Rift account before, and I was like, oh shoot, why didn't I think of that first? Because Riven and Swain were my initial picks. First of all, looking at the Legends pictures in the lineup already, everyone is kind of like facing each other adjacent, and yes, this is the actual League of Legends splash art for Kale and Morgana. I, however, think these two sisters are perfect for Riftbound, and also I think that every set kind of has some chases, and to be honest, I think that a lot of people do play Kale and Morgana, so it's very likely that they might want to reveal them before Radiance because they could have a specific skin line in mind for Radiance, and I would imagine that Morgana and Kale could possibly be a part of that skin line. Those are the two that I'm gonna go with for the purposes of this video. So with that being said, I think let's go ahead and get into some guessing for the domains. I actually have them all lined up here to make it easier to guess and just put things where I think it's gonna go. So starting off with Akali, I am gonna go based off, for these 5 legends, I'm gonna go based off of their splash art that is already been revealed for the actual game. Also, Renekton and Nasus are very difficult for me to guess, so I'm kind of wanting to just save them for last, even though I think both of them would make great candidates for the body domain. Akali first, based on the artwork for Vendetta, it being red and green, and Akali sort of being the face of this brand and this set right now, I'm gonna slot Akali in as Fury in mind. I know I hate playing against Akali because Akali is always super aggressive, super tactical, and easy to knock you out so fast. So that's why Fury just completely makes sense for this character. And Calm is a bit of a tricky label for it. I did see on Riftbound Report that 3 legends will have the new kind of opposing domains. So Fury, Calm, Mind, Body, and Order, Chaos. So I'm thinking that because Akali is the face of the set, she's probably going to be the top one and maybe one of the best candidates for this, to be quite honest. To me, I think Ambessa would be amazing as Fury, but I'm gonna be quite honest with you. I think Ambessa might be Mind Body. I think it makes sense for Ambessa to definitely be body for sure, because if you know her from Arcane, and also I haven't actually faced a lot of Ambessas in League of Legends because I don't play that often, but if I know anything about her in Arcane, she was definitely strong and definitely a tough opponent in opposition. So for some reason I want to put her as mind body, but honestly I feel like that might be too obvious. Like, I almost feel like that might be way too obvious as a whole, and maybe Nasus or Renekton is the mind body champ or legend. So I think I'm just gonna stick with it. If it's not right, whatever, this is just for fun. But she makes the most sense in my humble honesty in Fury. But Nasus could also be a great candidate for mind body. Like, I definitely think Nasus could probably be a body legend, or maybe, I don't know, orange yellow possibly. So Mel, okay, I'm gonna be honest, I really wanted Mel to be in Calm. Selfishly, I love the Calm domain. Calm is one of my favorites. I also love body, but I know that they're not going to put Mel in body as a main. Personally, just based on what I'm seeing in her splash art, I definitely think she is order. And because I'm a gambling gal, and I feel like I see a little bit of purple in her beautiful, luscious locks, I'm gonna go with Chaos. We're gonna go with Mel as the first ever Order Chaos legend. And let me tell you why. Now, for me personally, I really, really wanted Zoe to be the first Order Chaos legend. I just feel like Zoe has a lot of little bubbles that she could throw at you. She can also play tricks, and Chaos is kind of like a tricky domain. Mel has a lot of counter, if I'm not mistaken, in League of Legends. She's also a great champion for holding down the mid lane. A lot of people hate playing against her, but I absolutely love playing her. I also think if we think about things as they went in Arcane and her lore in that show, coming up from nothing, having to navigate her way through Piltover and become the wealthiest person. Listen, you have bodies that are behind you. You have people that support you. And I feel like the Order domain is all about, a lot of tokens, a lot of organization, a lot of making sure, people can and can't do things based on what you say goes, kind of Victor-esque, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. It makes sense in my mind. Now, just knowing Mel's ultimate in League of Legends and how she's able to hit everyone at one time and also kind of like reveal the enemies for a period based on like her stack, I believe is what it's called. So maybe this vendetta is all about stacking abilities, possibly, because I think several champs in this whole pool have stacks in League of Legends that they can release at some point. Like, I think Akali literally might be like Fury, would it be called? I'm not sure. But yeah, I mean, I'm really excited about Mel. I know I'm spending a lot of time around her, but this is the official Mel waiting room. I cosplayed her at RQ Hartford. If you haven't seen those pictures, follow me on Instagram. And I just love her as a legend, as a champion, and I'm so excited to main her in this set. So let's keep going. I'm going to move down to Zed selfishly because I kind of see the background artwork on his, and I do think that Zed is going to be red purple, as if we need a whole bunch of red purple. But Zed being red purple kind of makes sense based on his abilities in the game. Once again, he's just one of those champions that you hate to see coming, but you love kind of when he's on your team, especially if you're playing with a good Zed. Of course, no shade to the people that are learning Zed and want to get better with him, but sign me up for the top-notch Zed every time, because I love when I have a Zed on my team and they're able to just creep over and get some hits and help me win my bot lane with my ADC. So definitely going to give Zed the red purple just based on his background. And then Shen is kind of hard because I feel like Shen is definitely order because we already have one of his champion units in the game. But it looks like Shen is probably going to be calm order. Interestingly enough, more than likely, based on his background art, he's probably calm order, which I'm not mad about. But I feel like Leona hasn't gotten a ton of play from what I've seen. Like, yes, some people just love tank women, and so they always play tanks. Next up, Renekton and Nasus. This is difficult. So I will 100% put Renekton first down as a Fury. I think Fury makes sense for Renekton. Again, I don't play top lane, so I don't really know Renekton's abilities that well. However, I'm still gonna make my guesses. Renekton body? He has a big body, right? Like, he's big body. If they put Renekton red blue, that would be crazy, but he doesn't really play spells like that. So maybe Renekton also joins the red orange brackets. Maybe Renekton also comes through with the red orange domain. Well, depending on Renekton's ability, the fact that orange Rengar exists just automatically makes him very scary. I told y'all I love body, so we'll see what Renekton does as a red orange unit. But then I also feel like Nasus would be a great contender for red orange. But I also feel like Nasus could be a great contender for blue orange. So where do we go from here? Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think, I'm gonna have to do it. Even though I don't necessarily think this will probably be the case. I think my guess for Nasus is going to be body order. Oh, body order. Definitely not calm order. Because if Ambessa ends up being Fury body, I don't think Nasus is Fury body. I almost feel like Nasus might be orange purple. Orange chaos. I really do. He might be body chaos. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is gonna be kind of wild, and I don't think this is likely, but I feel like these are my last two options, and so that's why I'm going with these two for Kayle Morgana, okay? So Kayle, I actually think is going to be body order. I think we're gonna get a lot of order. I think it's gonna be Law and Order this set for sure. And then we might not, but we'll see. Okay, a girl will visualize. Okay, and then I think Morgana might be Mind Chaos. Because I don't think we have any cards for them yet. So I almost want to go with this. Except we don't have a calm body unit. Which is also why I'm like, okay, maybe, just maybe, Ambessa might be calm body, but it seems very unlikely. She's also not mind. So you know what? Here's what I'm gonna do, because I actually feel like Nasus might be a better contender for this. I'm gonna go with blue orange for Nasus. Renekton makes this so hard. I can't lock this in. I cannot lock this in. Ambessa and Renekton are my wild beasties. They are doing something to me that I just don't know what's happening. Unless she's chaos, body chaos. Because she is chaos. She is a chaotic queen, okay? Honestly, Riot loves chaos, so I feel like it's acceptable to put 4 chaos legends here. Okay, y'all. I think I might have to lock this in. I don't want to be so off that everything is just dead wrong, but I also don't know. I think Naz's being mined is wrong also. Unless Kale is mined. Kale could be mined and Naz's could be order. I actually would be willing to go with that. That way Morgana and Kale have something they share, but also something that they are at odds about. Is this right? Is this wrong? It could all be so wrong, but it could all be so right at the same time. So, okay, y'all, I'm locking this in. This is the final. This is my predictions for Vendetta. We are going final picks, okay? Final picks, finale. This is it. This is it. Akali, Fury Calm, Ambessa, Body Chaos, Mel Order Chaos, Renekton, Fury Body, Nasus, Body Order, Zed, Fury Chaos, Shen, Calm Order, Kale. Oh, I can't believe Kale being the mind chaos unit. I mean, the mind body unit is probably dead wrong. It probably is Nasus, but we'll see. And then Morgana, mind chaos. That's it for this one, y'all. I hope you enjoyed this video. Come back to this video to see how much I got right. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Let me know in the comments. No harm, no foul. Listen, sports predictors and the weathermen get things wrong 99% of the time, so I will not be offended. This is all for fun. And let me know what you think. I will be back to see what we got right, to see what we got wrong, and I'm excited. Okay, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.